going on, guys? In the shop again today, working on these mowers. So I got these Ferris sit-down mowers here. They've been giving me problems. I don't have any issues with the stand-ons, but the riders, for some reason, for the longest time, when you go to get on it to start it, and you turn the key, and it just makes this clicking sound over and over again every time you try to start it. It's not the starter, it's not the solenoid, it's not the battery, it's not the connection. Apparently it has to do with the safety switches and all of the bypasses to get the engine started. So I found this video that has a fix for it. I'll put it down in the description. It was very helpful, and basically just putting a relay in line with it to where it can make a better connection to the starter. And I'll show you what it's doing real quick. Lucky that time and it started on the second try, but sometimes I'll have to do it like 10 or 15 times and it gets kind of aggravating when you gotta get work done. I'm gonna try it on this one and see if this one does it. See, it took 4 or 5 tries, so that's what I'm having issues with. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got for the fix. So I bought 2 of these. It's just a relay with the LED indicator light on it, and it comes pre-wired. You just hook your negative, your positive up to the battery, and then you got your switch to activate the relay, and then your output. So this is going to interact with the starter right there. So basically what it's doing is you got a true 12 volts, a strong 12 volts going into the relay, and when this is activated, you got a strong 12 volts coming out, going straight to the solenoid starter. And I think that's going to fix the problem. I'm going to go ahead and get this one put on to show you how it looks wired up. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult because everything is real tight on that one. But I'll do this one to kind of show you the basics of it. So this kit comes with a little packet of electrical grease. You want to make sure you put that on the terminals, which I've already done before you plug it up. Just wanted to show that, and that just snaps on there. Like so. And I'm just going to tie wrap this near the battery, and I'm going to hook my positive and ground up real quick, and then I'll deal with these 2 purple wires. Alright, so I got my positive lead hooked up here, my negative. Got it all tie wrapped up. Got it just sitting on top of the battery, not going anywhere. So we're left over with these 2 purple wires. One is a heavier gauge wire and one is a smaller gauge wire. So the smaller gauge wire is what's going to activate the relay, and this is the strong 12 volts that's going to come out to the starter. So we're going to go to the starter now and find the trigger wire. Alright, so I'm going to unplug this wire right here on the solenoid. As you can see, it's got this little purple or pink elbow connection here, and this will plug right into that relay setup that I have actually. So I'm gonna route that. This is the trigger coming from the key every time you start it. So I got my test light here. I'm gonna check it just to make sure. I'm gonna turn my key on and off. Every time I try to start it, it lights up. So that's my wire. I'm going to route this small gauge wire down here. And I have just enough slack to plug that up. Now when I unplugged mine off the solenoid, it was a little loose. So you might have to get some pliers to close it up just a little bit to make sure it fits tightly on this. Mine's pretty tight right here. So the next thing is this heavy gauge purple wire. I'm going to hook it to the solenoid right here. Now I don't have enough length on that, so I'm going to have to extend it. So I'm going to find me some heavy gauge wire real quick. I went ahead and extended the thick purple wire coming off the relay with this power wire here. I think it's like a 12 gauge or 10 gauge. You want to make sure it's thick enough. I used just a male spade connector, put it on my red wire, and it plugged right into here, and I taped it up just to kind of keep water out of it. So I'm going to pull this red wire this way. I got it routed down here, all the wires, and then I'm going to cut it to length, probably about right here. I'm going to put a female connection to go right onto the starter right here. Go ahead and strip that back. Just got a female spade here. Let's see if it plugs on easily, hopefully, and hopefully it holds tight. Oh yeah, good fit. Alright, so that's that. So I didn't put any fuses in line with all of this. I'm just kind of hoping nothing goes wrong. Also, if your mower is under warranty, I would probably not do this because it will probably void it. But this mower is pretty old and it's been giving me problems, and I want it fixed. So, all right, we should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and try to start it. Looks like we're working. Also wanted to show there's a little LED that lights up green whenever you try to start it and it's sending contact through it. This will light up to kind of indicate if you're getting power to it, so that's kind of cool. Alright, so I got this one hooked up. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but it's just that yellow wire with the red stripe. Just unplug it from the bottom of the solenoid and hook it to your small purple wire, and extend your larger purple wire coming off the relay and go to the solenoid. And as far as connectors, all I did was use one of these female insulated spade connectors. I think that's 10 to 12 gauge size, the yellow one, and then this blue one is a 12 to 14 gauge. So these two connectors for the purple wires, and that was it. Alright, so that wraps up this project. Wasn't too bad. It only took a few minutes. I don't think I'm having any more issues with this. Shout out to the guy who put the video out for the fix on this. Hey, if any of y'all had a problem with these Ferris mowers like this, leave in the comments. I'm curious. Y'all take it easy.